Hi, welcome to my channel. I know it's been a little while and I have just been super busy. We went on a fishing trip, and before I went, I wanted something that had some coverage to it but had some really high SPF in it because we were going to be out in the sun so much. So I knew that I wanted something other than just like a skin tint. So I picked up this just on a whim at Ulta. It's the IPKN Moist and Firm BB Cream, and it has SPF 45 in it. The box looks like this. You take it off. And before I went, I was much lighter than I am now, so I got the shade medium. And it worked great then. The shade was wonderful. Now it is a little bit too light, but I can really bronze up my skin and everything looks good. So the only drawback with this is there's not that many shades, but I think a lot of people can make it work. So let's go ahead and get into the video. Okay, so like I said, this is shade medium. I'm going to pick up medium tan because this is too light for me now. But wait until you see this coverage. This little baby is full coverage. That's like the It Cosmetics CC cream. Everyone loves that and they say that it's full coverage. On my skin, it is not full coverage. You can see every bit of my redness even after 2 layers with it. So I wanted to find something that was full coverage, but that would protect me from the sun. And this is that magic product. Alright, so I've already done my eyes, as you all can see. And I didn't put on any primer. A lot of times I'll use Professional, but this does not accentuate my pores at all. So I'm just going to shake it up a little bit. And I'm going to put some on the back of my hand. It's just a squeezy tube. There's what it looks like. So I really like using a brush with this. I'm going to use the Collab foundation brush, the one I got at Sally's. And I just grab some on my brush. Ugh. Sorry guys, there was stuff all over that mirror. Let me zoom you in a tad. Okay, so I put some on my brush and I just kind of dot it around. That was way too much. I'm going to go ahead and put some on the other side. And then I just stipple it in. But look at that coverage. A little bit really goes a long way. But my goodness, I could not believe the coverage on this. Go to this side. I mean, look at that. Like, I was floored when I first started applying this. I knew it was going to have some coverage, but I couldn't find pretty well any reviews on this. And so I just bought it, you know, to try. And I am so glad that I did. It's not, sorry, it's not like super glowy, but it does leave a really nice finish on the skin. It's a really gorgeous BB cream, foundation, whatever you want to call it. And it does have SPF 45 in it, so it's really the best of both worlds. Just gonna put a little bit on the forehead. I have a lot of lines on my forehead, so I don't like too much foundation up there. And I already have my brows done. That's one layer. And look at how beautiful that coverage is. Like I was shocked to see how much coverage this had. It was just so good that I knew I had to make a review about this. I had to make a video about it because more people need to try this. It is just so good. I'm gonna go ahead, finish up the face. I'm gonna use Shape Tape and yeah, I'm gonna use Shape Tape and the Real Techniques contour brush. Everything applies over this beautifully that I've tried. And I've worn it, goodness, probably 10, 12 times now. And for whatever reason, like I never used to, I mean for the past several years, I haven't hardly used a brush for my foundation. And I've pretty well never used a brush for my concealer. But the coverage with a brush is so much better, especially with your concealer. Like, it makes a world of difference. Still use a sponge with some of my foundations, but I really do like this little collab brush. It's just like a flat top. It works really, really well. I really do like it. And I'm gonna set the under eyes with the Velvetizer powder from Urban Decay. And my usual Luxie 660 brush. Oh, wow. Sorry. I need to get my crap together. And I'll talk about what's on my eyes in a second. I have tried and tried to make this work. Like, I want to love it, but I don't. I don't at all. And then to set the rest of my face, I'm going to use the Bare Minerals just original mineral veil. This is my little bitty travel size. I'm going to take that same brush and just dip it in. Wow, that was way too much there. Okay, well, we're just going to go in with a lot, apparently. But this BB cream foundation, whatever you want to call it, it does not have problems with longevity. Like, it stays on well. I just want to keep it kind of glowy, so that's why I'm using this. But I've had it on for 12 plus hours after being in the sun. I mean, all day. Being in the sun all day. And sweating, and it literally did not move. So I'm going to use the Stila Water Lily blush. This is a liquid, but like, no joke, this is like my favorite blush. It literally just looks so natural, so flushed. It's beautiful. This is a crown brush. It's just like a little stippling brush. And I just kind of smile and then dot it exactly where I want it. And it looks a bit overpowering at first, but when you blend it out, I'm so serious. It's beautiful. This is the Real Techniques buffing brush, and I'm just lightly buffing that out. Like, it just looks so natural, so beautiful. And now for bronzer, I'm going to go in with the L'Oreal True Match Lumi Bronze It bronzer. And this is in the shade 03. This is probably my favorite bronzer of all time. It would be perfection if it didn't have the glitter in it. We're just gonna put that right under that blush and blend it into it. And this is the Sonia Kashuk blush brush. I don't know why I always have a hard time saying blush brush. I really tap it off to try to get all that glitter off there. I do not like glitter on my face. And then the forehead. Taking that straight down the temples. Same thing over here. And then I'm going to do a little bit on the jawline. Definitely this chin. And then for highlight, I'm going to use this one from Makeup Forever. I believe it's H106. If not, I'll list it down below. And my Real Techniques setting brush. We're going to put that right on the tops of the cheekbones and blend it in. I love this highlighter. I think it's beautiful. I forgot to put bronzer on my nose. I don't contour my nose. I just put bronzer on it so that way it doesn't just sink into my face. Just using that same brush and just kind of rubbing it there. And then I'm going to go ahead and set my face. We're going to use the Flower Seal the Deal Hydrating Setting Spray. I really like this. I really love the way that it smells. Oh. And it sprays out so good. It is a true mist. It doesn't, you know, hit you in the face. Alright, I'm going to wipe this off my lips and then we'll be right back for a lip color. Oh, and then I'll tell you what's on my eyes. Okay. So this is the L'Oreal Shine Stick in Champagne Toast. And it's a clicky pen. I'm not a huge fan of the packaging, but the product itself is great. It has like the shine of a gloss, but it's super opaque and it lasts for hours. It lasts through eating. Like, I love it. And I don't like the clicky stick thing as much, but how it's triangular shaped right there, it makes it really, really easy to apply. But you see, it's super comfortable, like just really, really good. Okay, so on my eyes I have the Maybelline Lemonade Craze palette. And I have tried this several times and I just don't like it. This shade right here, what is this called? Main Squeeze. That's what I have on my lid, all over my lid there. I do really, really like that shade. Like, you can spray your you can spray your brush with Fix Plus and it's glittery, but it just glides on and it's beautiful. But the matte shades are super powdery. You really have to build them up. Like, I had to pull in a couple other palettes to make this come together. So I'm not a fan of this. Even though it's $13, I would not recommend it for one shade. So I didn't plan on doing an update, but it's been right at 12 hours and this is what we're looking like. It really stays on so well. It does collect in my smile lines, but very little. Like very little. Most foundations are way worse with that. But I think it still looks stunning. I mean, it's really, really good. And I got more compliments today on my skin than I have in a very long time. I guarantee you probably 30 people complimented on my makeup and my skin and how beautiful it looked. And it's just literally this guy. I mean, it is so good. It is so good. So I highly, highly recommend this. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you liked the review. And I hope to see you in my next video. Bye, guys.